Welcome, everyone, to Chestnut Hill, home of the Boston College Eagles, where fans are quickly filling up Alumni Stadium in anticipation of a terrific clash we have ahead. Today, a couple of teams getting set to square off in an ACC battle. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Boston College Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Boston College about to kick it off and get this game started. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Give to the lone running back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The play-action fake. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. He is smashing people. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
This quarterback was licking his chops coming into this game. He told us this week he felt like there were some matchups that he could take advantage of against this defense, and he wasted no time. Opening drive of the game, he finds the matchup he likes, and that was an absolute dime.
You get a play like that and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing an incompletion.
Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. The give to Davis. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. They'll run the option. Quick toss. And that might have been a bad read as the defense just swarms all over the pitch man.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Do you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
Mississippi State will roll out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the ball comes to rest right there. Offense getting set for 1st down. Back to throw, it's Castellanos. And that pass intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Wide receiver's going to get a shot at it on 1st and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, and guys, I don't think that jet sweep ever had a chance down here on the goal line. There were just way too many bodies on defense at the end of the line of scrimmage.
They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
On 2nd down, will they go back to the ground game? Back to pass, it's Castellanos. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes a move. They were playing with fire on that return, and he got loose for a good return of better than 30 yards. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on the...
Oh, the ball's on the ground. And the defense has it there going the other way. Turns it on down the left side. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Eagles. And the defense doing work. Ready to try the point after. Right down the middle. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Fair catch called for and made. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Pressure coming. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
So they'll try to salvage this drive on 2nd and long from the 12. The give to the tailback. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. And that won't quite be enough for the first down as he's knocked down just short of the sticks. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. So in their own territory, on 4th and inches, the offense will stay on the field. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Still on his feet at the 45. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Going up top on 1st down. He's going to run it. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back. He's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down. And I'm faster than most of your other guys, too, so good luck stopping me.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. They'll ride Davis here. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the 1st quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score tied 7-7.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. He'll do it himself. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead.
That makes the score Mississippi State 14, Boston College 7.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. To throw, it's Castellanos. Dances away. Got out of trouble and throws. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Creates a little room. He'll work his way down to the 28.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback is able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Wide receiver shows motion. To the ground with the back. They pull him down after a 4-yard gain down to the 24.
At the 24-yard line. Third down coming up.
Ball to the 24. A lot of confidence in their kicker from here, but they'd love to take it off of his foot and convert the first down. Trying to impose their will with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Golden Eagles in the hurry-up.
Fourth down coming up.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up. Run it. Do something. You can't take a sack on fourth down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for you.
And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field.
And they got him for the sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. On second down, they'll take to the air. Quarterback moving. He'll pull it down and run. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could.
He does a good job of scrambling around and trying to make a play, but I tell you what, you don't want to take too many shots like that. Those big hits, oof. If you get up now, you dang sure going to feel them later.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. giving him his pads. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Boston College! Lining up to add another. Bangs it through for an extra point. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Navy is on top, but it's not like Roger Staubach is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by a field goal over Notre Dame. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. He lets one fly deep. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Fast motion from the offense. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
And on that incompletion, I think the quarterback was being just a bit too careful, trying to throw that ball too far outside, obviously aware that the defenders are coming from the inside. You don't want to put it behind the intended target and risk the pick six, but he needs to be more accurate.
Slips through the line. The solid return there offsets some of the front yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the 1st down.
The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Might as well give it to him again. Just ran over him. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. And the Golden Eagles are stopped, but not before getting the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Forced out of the pocket. The quarterback bought as much time as he could, but the defense got to him and sacked him.
And everybody knows when you're running that play action, that fake has to be great. Everybody has to bite it for it really to work. Defense didn't bite it, didn't bite the bait, went after the quarterback, got him on the ground.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go. And the pass hits, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
He'll come out throwing on first down. The sure hands, it's Davis.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. He wants to throw here on second down. He's going for a big play downfield. And he makes the catch at the 25. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Now let's see if they can follow up that huge play. 1st and 10 from the 23. Looking to move it through the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The give to the back. And they're able to get him on the ground. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3-spot on the board. He got it. And they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
14.
Mississippi State will put a foot to it to crank up the second half. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
It just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get into the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Off the play fake on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30+.
Good pass protection isn't just offensive line, right? Running backs also have to be able to pick up the blitz. That running back did an outstanding job. That allowed his quarterback to just buy a little bit more time before making that throw.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the...
Touchdown, Boston College. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, they take a 21-17 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Just about set to kick it away. No shot to return that one as he of the end zone. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. Maybe they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step too here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Man, the defense smells blood in the water. You can tell. They're getting to this quarterback over and over and over. They've already sacked him a couple times. They're just winning up front. They almost got another sack on that last play.
He only needs a sliver of daylight. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the back. At the 40, there he goes. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
When you're on offense, you see so much of this nowadays. You see misdirection. You see somebody flying across the formation. Why? To get the eyeballs of those linebackers, to get them to move out of a gap, one space. Works to perfection here. That's why they break off the big gain on offense.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
BC back to work after picking up the 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Robichaux. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Okay, 9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. To the air, it's Castellanos. Moves around to clear up the vision. Got enough space. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
All right, defensive ends, you've got to do a better job not getting too far up the field on these pass rush situations. You've got to be able to retrace. You can get to the level of the quarterback, but then you've got to slow yourself down under control. It's making it way too easy on this QB to know, hey, when these guys get upfield too much and there's a lane, I'm taking off. It's just too easy for me with my speed.
Boston College will try to get it in on a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Eagles. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Navy is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to watch. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Notre Dame. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3-and-out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll give it to him again. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Wide out in motion. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Every journey begins with a step. This offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Looking to throw for it. They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Mississippi State, 17.
So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Looking for a block. It's McGowan. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line.
Will take over 1st and 10.
Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with the W.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Blasted as he lets it go. He's got it. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They want to run it left here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Zings it complete to the right. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before. He makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
This Boston College offense has it working. This guy can throw it. Incomplete, and they tried to catch him flat-footed on first down, but the defense was ready. Now inside 4 minutes to go here on second down. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And very important, not only to generate power, but to find his mark, a 49-yard try from the left. And the try is no good. After the miss, the lead still at 11.
Mississippi State, 7-0.
Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Looking for more room. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Boston College! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously,
He holds it in, and nobody's close. Racing down the left side. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Mississippi State.
Number 18 with the catch and score.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. The option look. He'll pitch it. He goes in for the 2, and now they've got it down to 10. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout.
Boston College.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense.
Convoy, 42 Spider, 4-2 Spider.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and they convert. And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
They'll run it from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. Pick up a 5. They'll need 5 more on third down.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Now improvising. Final shot falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice is so important, guys. You can tell that this team was locked in way back earlier in the week. They watched the film. They got good looks in practice. They knew what to anticipate. They knew what looks they were going to see. And when those looks presented themselves, boy, oh boy, did they ever take advantage.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA.